Hello, this is Greg from SharePoint Maven. So this video will be a bit different from my other videos. I typically explain to you the functionality, the new functionality we now have in SharePoint and all the cool tricks around those features and functionalities. But today's video will be about the old functionality that we no longer use. Let me explain to you what I mean by that. So I actually decided to record this video because I still get lots of questions from my followers as well as clients on the differences between sites and site collections. If you happen to read some maybe old blogs out there on the web, or maybe watch even some YouTube videos, you might find a reference to something called a site collection. So the natural question is, what is site collection? What is the difference between a site collection and a site? So let me explain this to you. So look, a site collection is actually a formal piece of terminology in SharePoint that we no longer really use. But this refers to how we organized sites in the old days of SharePoint. So what you see right now on the screen is actually an example of a kind of a company intranet built in SharePoint. So this is kind of the main site. We call it, classic SharePoint, I guess. All right, this was built using obviously old version of SharePoint. But the way we organized sites in old classic SharePoint was through site collections. Actually, let me pull this image right here. This is the image that clearly kind of depicts what we used to do in the past. So on the right-hand side, this is how we used to organize sites previously. It was almost like a family tree, a folder, subfolder kind of architecture. So we used, OIT used to create what was called a site collection. And when a site collection was created, it pretty much had one top-level site. And then you could create subsites underneath. And you could actually create many levels of those subsites. So typically, for example, you would have the main site for kind of the corporate, main site, right, the homepage. And then maybe you would have subsites for different departments, all right, like HR, marketing, and so on. And maybe within each, you would also create some additional subsites, right? Maybe HR had like 5 subsites of its own and so on. So it was kind of this almost like folder-based, kind of hierarchy. And we refer to these sites as subsites, all right, because there were subsites and the subsites, but they were all residing in what was called a site collection. And just to show you kind of on a real site how that looked like, so if I click on gear icon, go to site contents, and let me refresh, here we go. And if I click on subsites, you see, if you click on subsites, we would have all of those additional, subsites, for example, my HR site. And if you look at the URL, you see, notice it's literally like a folder, subfolder path. You see my HR site resides under the intranet. And then, of course, I could create additional, subsites. We no longer do that, by the way. All right, we no longer don't do this at home. All right, don't create any subsites anymore. So that's essentially what defines a site collection. Now, what happened? So this is how we pretty much organized our sites and built intranet portals in the past. Again, we would start with the site collection, the top level site, and then build subsets underneath and so on, depending on the, your org chart and so on. Not anymore. All right, this is how we used to do things. Not anymore. Now we have the concept of what we call flat architecture. So we no longer create subsites. Now we pretty much create just sites. We just create sites, modern sites. And what's interesting about the new approach, let me actually click on my image again. So because we no longer create subsites, pretty much all the new sites are pretty much like the old site collections, but without any subsites. So essentially, when we create new sites in SharePoint for, I don't know, finance team, HR team, marketing, and so on, they are created as site collections. All right, so each and every site is pretty much a site collection. But because we no longer create anything underneath, the site collection, term doesn't really make sense anymore, right? A site collection without subsites is pretty much a site, and that's what we call it. So we no longer create, even though when we say sites, we they're really kind of behind the scenes, all site collections, if you will, but we just no longer reference them as site collections. We just say sites, all right? And let's go back to SharePoint. So if you notice here, once again, I have the company intranet, but if I go to, let's say, one of my sites, human resources, you will notice, look at the URL. It's an independent URL. It doesn't reside under the intranet anymore, all right? Pretty much all the sites or site collections, I guess, are on the same level. We call it, pretty much flat architecture. And, obviously, I'm not going to maybe describe it in great detail. That's a topic for another, maybe video. But when we create new sites, essentially, this is how we create new sites, team site or communication site. But it, once again, will create essentially what's called a flat, architecture. You see, it will create the modern sites. And they're not going to be located under any other sites. They're kind of on the same level. And there are many, many benefits to this approach. Obviously, things like security becomes easier, external sharing, many, many other, benefits which I already outlined on my blog. Yeah, I actually just wanted to record this video because I get this question quite frequently, and there seems to be, as I participate in all these different forums on the on the internet, a lot of users are still confused about the difference between sites and site collections. So hopefully this brings in some clarity. All right. So that's all I really wanted to mention in this video. Hopefully you found it useful. As always, happy to see you on my blog, SharePointMaven.com, as well as my YouTube channel. Goodbye.